Hey guys, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Back with another video. So it's that time of the week again, time for football picks. The season's half over, if you can believe that. So basically what I do, if you haven't, caught the drift by now, every season since 2016 was the first season. Then last year I forgot about it and somebody reminded me, I brought it back, and now I'm doing it this year. So I guess I just do this now. So every week of the football season, the NFL season, I go through all the games that are going on that week. Just because I can't get enough sport. Like, I can't get enough sports from all the other sports I watch and listen to and think about all the time. So now I got to do this too. So I like the football so much, probably too much, that every week I go through the football games that are going on that week, tell you who I think is going to win, go through the games, talk about how each team's doing, and so on and so forth. So if you agree, disagree, let me know in the comments down below. Let's get started. So the first game, week 8, I'm sad that the season's half over. Dolphins and Texans is Thursday night. It's amazing how bad the Thursday night games are. Like, how can it be this bad? Like, it's like, I understand, like, the Sunday night games, like, they purposefully plan, what they believe are going to be the more marquee matchups. And of course, when the schedule's made, it's made before the season even starts. So it's kind of based on how the teams did the previous year. That's how you kind of figure out who the good teams are to put on, primetime Sunday nights for everybody to be able to watch. And it seems like the opposite is true for the Thursday night game. It seems like they pick the worst matchups to go on Thursday night. I mean, the Dolphins and Texans, I guess the Texans have been a little bit better. They've just been beating suck teams. I don't know. Give me the Texans. Next game up, Eagles and Jaguars. This is a London game. Feels like when are the Jaguars not in London? They play more in London than they do in Jacksonville with this team. Playing the Eagles Sunday morning. Okay, and this is the other thing that I think is ridiculous. It's a Sunday morning game on the East Coast. So that's if it's like, what is it? So it's like an early afternoon game in London, which means it's a 9:30 a.m. mid-morning game Eastern time, which means this is 6:30 in the mother bleeping morning West Coast. Which means, so for the fans who want to watch this, I guess these aren't West Coast teams. They're both, I believe they're both, both Eastern time. But if you're on the West Coast, or if it was a West Coast team, which has happened before, you're getting up at 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday for this thing. I don't know how. Like, why can't it be primetime London, mid-afternoon Eastern time? And then that would be like the same, if not a little bit later, than like a 1 o'clock game, like a regular. I don't know why they don't figure this out. I think it's ridiculous. Like, who in London showing up for this? Well, I guess it's afternoon and early afternoon. I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. Anyways, the Jaguars suck. Talk about a team imploding. Jaguars come out showing that the defense, the Saxonville, or so it's called, defense from last year. They week 2, they beat the Patriots. They got the payback for the AFC Championship game. They're rolling, and then they just completely collapse. This team sucks. The Eagles, on the other hand, they haven't collapsed, but they're like 3-4 now. I've said they're gonna have a Super Bowl hangover. It's not like a preview. It's not like an Atlanta Falcons Super Bowl hangover, like just complete implosion. It's not like that, but they don't have it this year, I'll tell you that. Both of these teams, I feel bad for the people in London that have to watch this travesty. This thing sucks. It's really a question of who's going to wake up in this game. Like, both teams are good teams that started off all right and then just started sucking. So who's going to wake up? It should be a competitive game. It should. I don't know. Teams going to London, playing on real grass in a soccer stadium. Eastern, going from Eastern time to British Standard Time. It's earlier. This has debacle written all over it, if you ask me. But I guess I got the Jags winning this game only because they've really, imploded. Like, they've really fallen off. So, I feel like if they're going to wake up, this has to be the week. Next game, Ravens, Panthers, Sunday, 1 o'clock Eastern. I feel like I'm GPS talking all monotonous. Ravens and Panthers, this is a good game. I don't know why this is one of... What's the 4 o'clock game? 4:25, you got 49ers and Cardinals, like 2 of the worst teams in the NFL on 4 o'clock. And Sunday night, Saints, Vikings, all right, that's a scrape. Monday night, Patriots, all right, well, I can't argue with that. The 425 Packers and Rams, that's a good one. But 49ers, Cardinals, I get that they're both West Coast teams. That sucks. Get that out of. Doesn't belong in a later time slot when more people are watching. I don't know. Ravens Panthers seems like that's a pretty good matchup. Seems like that should be. But you know what? Put that on the Thursday night. You know that? Put Ravens Panthers. I mean, put Dolphins Texans in Sunday 1 o'clock when nobody's watching that thing. And then put Ravens Panthers Thursday night. Like, why are we putting the suck games? I don't understand that. Like, I mean, they have the flex thing now, so they can even change the schedule. Like, how are we not? How are we not? By the way, the other thing, like, even before the season started, when we saw how the teams were when they were making the schedules, anyone with 2 brain cells knows that Panthers Ravens is going to be a better game than Dolphins Texans. Like, everyone knows that. I don't know if it's ridiculous. Anyways, these are good teams. I mean, the Ravens, like I've said, I mean, I know that what happened to them this week? I think they might have. I think they beat the Saints. Did they beat the Saints? Oh, they lost by 1 point to the Saints, but they were beating the Saints for a large part of that game, which tells you everything you need to know. Scary good team here. Don't fall asleep on the Ravens. Panthers, on the other hand, beat the Eagles. They come from behind. The Eagles blow a lead. They come clawing back. I mean, these are both teams that just got that straight up dog in them. You know what I mean? So, you know, I guess I could go either way with this. I mean, I'm gonna give this to the Ravens just because I don't know, I'm just predisposed to just fear the Ravens, so I'm gonna go with the Ravens. And the Panthers, it's just a fake team. They're not bad, but it's a soft team. You know what I mean? As soon as they face it, like, I can't get the enduring image for me. The Carolina Panthers will always probably be just Cam Newton not jumping on the sack in the Super Bowl. Like, that's just soft ass team. Joke. Anyway, so it's probably a hot take. I got the Ravens winning this game. Next game up, Broncos and Chiefs. Now, hold on, where is this? This is yeah, it's in Kansas City. Of course, it's in Kansas City. Yeah, they're not beating this Chiefs team. You kidding me? I mean, the only hope they have is the defense. The Chiefs' defense absolutely sucks. The Patriots broke the Chiefs' defense. Like, it sucked before, but it does nothing now. And you can really tell. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that, because you can tell this last week, or Sunday night, when they're playing the Bengals. You can tell that the Chiefs' run defense actually got better because the Patriots just killed the Chiefs with the run game. So you can tell there was a wake-up call. They had to fix that. You can tell they tweaked that. Only hope that Broncos have is that their defense, the famed Denver Broncos defense, actually does something. Because the Chiefs' defense still sucks. Let's not kid ourselves here. So, I mean, if you can score some points and keep it close, maybe you get a chance, but I don't think so. I got the Chiefs in this game. Next game, Steelers-Browns. Get the hell out of here, Steelers. Next game, Seahawks-Lions. What have the Lions been up to? I know they beat the Patriots, and I know that they sucked at the beginning of the season. But what have they done since then? They have. So they had a bye week in here. They'd have to, because they haven't played enough games yet. So they had to play a bye week after week 1, 2, 3, after week 4 or so. No, week 5. After week 5, they don't. But all right. There's nothing worse than an early season bye week, because then you get the rest of it. If you're a playoff team, then it matters, because you need that break later on to, you know, break things up. Blown out by the Jets, blown out by the 49ers, not blown out, but they lost. Beat the Patriots, lost to the Cowboys, beat the Packers, 2 weeks ago beat the Packers, edged the Dolphins. Okay, you know what, the Lions might have something. I'm changing my outlook. I thought they sucked, they might have something. Seahawks on the other hand, Seahawks, it's still really just Russell Wilson out there. But, you know, they're coming out, they had a bye week last week. They blow out the Raiders. Lost to the Rams. It was a close game. I mean, I don't know, they had a bye week, so it's kind of hard to judge where they're at right now. I got the Seahawks winning this game. I mean, even though the Seahawks aren't doing anything this year because the Rams own that division. I mean, yeah, I got the Seahawks. Next game, Buccaneers, Bengals. This is trash. I got the Bengals. Next game up, Jets, Bears. Bears, because they played a close game with New England, so I'll take the Bears. Jets suck. Even though they blew away, who did they blow away week 1? Was it the Lions? I think they blew away week 1. So you thought the Jets were onto something? Nope. Same old Jets. Give me the Bears. So a lot of 1 o'clock games this week. We got Redskins, Giants, 1 o'clock. Give me the Redskins. Giants, feckless team. Did the Giants have a bye? Who didn't have a bye week this last week? How many teams didn't play? Okay, yeah. So, I mean, no, they didn't. Yeah, of course, they played Monday night. I mean, I got, yeah, I got the Redskins. Next game, Colts, Raiders. I'm going to call the Raiders are just... Like, there's tanking, and then there's, like, they broke through the bottom of the tank, and they're, like, out on the floor now. This Raiders. They suck. I got the Colts, which is bad, because I like John Gruden and that whole nostalgia thing. You know, I'm a sucker for nostalgia, man. Just when it, like, no matter what it is, like, if I see some old thing in a store that I used to have, I'll buy it even though I don't know what to do with it, just because it's, like, it reminds me of some old thing, just nostalgia. So Gruden, yeah, let's get Gruden going. Let's get a tuck rule game. Let's get the snow, like the whole thing. Let's get the friggin' the Buccaneers. Let's get that going. Yeah, why not? I like who doesn't want nostalgia? Back when teams like really played. I think the golden age of the NFL, and you can disagree with this, the golden age of the NFL was like probably like 2001 to 2007 was like peak football, like modern football. I mean, I know some jackhole could go back and say, well, the 1970, well, yeah, but like modern football, you know, it's like the last 30 years. I mean, I know there's some Cowboys teams in the 90s, but screw that. 2001 to 2000, like that was peak NFL. And then, you know, 2008, yeah, you know, there's some kind of, yeah, I mean, I guess it was still all right, but then it started to kind of, there were some screwy years in there. You know, we're kind of like up was down and down was up. I mean, and then I feel like, you know, like now it kind of sucks. I mean, I'd say like the second coming of the NFL, probably like 2012 to 2016 was good, but other than that, yeah, kind of. When I saw Roger Goodell said there's been no better time. First of all, Roger Goodell's a tool if there ever was one. But he said, well, you know, there's no better time. I'm not trying to do impression. I probably couldn't do impression even though I tried. Yeah, you know, just because the guy is a parody of himself. He really is. But, you know, he says that recently, he said that there's no better time, there's never been a better time to be an NFL fan or something like that. It's like, what are you kidding me, you knucklehead? There's no defense. Nobody can block anybody. Nobody can cover. The rules are too tight. You know, there's no defense. Everybody's getting, like, these Madden scores left and right. Matter of fact, I score less in Madden than they do in the NFL. Like, just, it's not, and I'm good at Madden. It's because Madden actually plays defense, right? There's really no penalties in Madden, and, you know, so on and so forth. But I mean, really, there's no defense. You got teams scoring left and right, bad coaching, just all these controversy and incidents all the time. I mean, what are you, nuts? What league are you watching? You're dumb. All right, so there's that. What the hell was it? Yeah, so I was starting with the Raiders and nostalgia and all that. So anyways, I got the Colts one this game. The Raiders, unfortunately, not very good at playing football. Maybe other things, yes. Playing football, no. Next game up, oh my God, the 49ers and the Cardinals. I don't care. 49ers, all right? They're both bad. The Cardinals are awful. The Cardinals are the new Browns. They really are. And I don't know what they're going to do. Larry Fitzgerald does not deserve that, all right? Larry Fitzgerald is a man among boys. All right, Larry Fitzgerald is. Oh, if I could have a team of Larry Fitzgeralds, sign me up for that. I love me some Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, you have to wonder why he hasn't left Arizona because the team sucks. I mean, 2015 they made a run, like 14, 15, like there was kind of like a run in there. They were in the playoffs, but since then they suck. They are the Cleveland Browns. You know, and it's too bad he could never get a ring with what's his name, the quarterback, Carson Palmer. But you know, what are you gonna do? He could have left. He has opportunity. I mean, the guy's an institution out there. So I'm not shocked. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, 49ers win this game. Oh man, game of the freaking week right here. Packers and Rams. You know, Aaron Rodgers is a gunslinger, right? And he pulls plays out of his keister. But the Rams have some firepower of their own. I mean, the Rams, man, I mean, here's what I think. I think, like, who have the Rams played? This is who the Rams have played. All right, you ready? This is who the Rams have played this year. The Rams, the LA Rams, the 7-0 LA Rams, which means they haven't had a bye week yet. When do they have the bye week? After, like, the Thanksgiving week, I guess. All right. The Rams have played the Raiders, the Cardinals, so suck. The Chargers, nah, they don't suck. That's a win. The Vikings, that's a real win. The Seahawks, that's a real win. The Broncos, it was in Denver, and they only won by 4. Okay, that's a real game. And the 49ers suck. All right, so out of your 7 games, 4 of the teams suck. So there's that. And typically with a high-flying team that's like 7-0, at some point they get knocked in the mouth, and then they just don't know what to do because they haven't faced adversity yet. And they just don't know how to handle it. If you don't believe me, you go back to the 2007 Patriots. The 2007 Patriots were undefeated, 16-0. They go to the Super Bowl. Tom Coughlin just was not fazed by every other coach in the NFL. Just wets the bed when they were across from Bill Belichick. The guy's that good. Tom Coughlin, totally not fazed by Belichick. Just fellow old school football guy, right? Went through all the same stuff, paid his dues, wasn't fazed, and he figured out the way you beat the undefeated Patriots that year, high flight, like all-time NFL, one of the probably the best offense in NFL history. The way you beat them is you got to bring pressure. That's what they figure. You send a 4-man rush and you drop some guys into coverage. That's how they won. And the Patriots, since they hadn't lost all year, couldn't really figure out how to overcome that adversity. They couldn't, overcome that, and they lost. The 2015 Carolina, see, this is how I know too much about football. 2015 Carolina Panthers, 15-1 going into the Super Bowl, or going into the postseason, right? The Denver Broncos come with a ferocious pass rush, ferocious defense. Cam Newton totally quit in that game. They packed it, they tucked their junk, packed their stuff, they went home, right? And you can kind of keep going on the line. You can find a lot of teams that are like that. The Rams, I think, are just another team like that. Rams are good, don't get me wrong, but they haven't really been tested yet. Like, they're going to play the Chiefs. They're probably going to lose that game. But the Packers, and I picked the Rams, I think, all year. The Rams are just damn good, don't get me wrong. But the Packers, on the other hand, I mean, the Packers, I shouldn't say the Packers, I should say the Aaron Rodgerses, if that's a word. Because it's another one-man team like Seattle. The guy just he rarely gets blown away, right? He just pulls plays out of his keys, he stays in the game. And, that's a feisty team. I feel like the Rams are going to lose to the Chiefs if they don't lose it. But, I mean, I feel like there's a reckoning coming with this. Like, if you play your best football at the beginning of the year, you can only go down from there. And I just feel like the Packers, Aaron Rodgers, he's a bad man. He just does stuff in games. And I just feel like this is the week. I got the Packers winning a close one here. Next game, Saints, Vikings. Was another good game. Saints barely edged Baltimore. The Vikings, on the other hand. So the Vikings this year have kind of been an interesting team. They're not as good as they were last year. They are first in the NFC North. But they beat the 49ers. Suck. They tied the Packers. Okay. They lost to the Buffalo Bills, of all people, all right? Which suck. Lose to the Rams. They're good. Beat the Eagles. Beat the Cardinals. Suck. Beat the Jets. Suck. Yeah, I'm not liking that. I'm not liking those schematics. Yeah, they're going to lose to the Saints this week. Monday Night Football, Patriots, Bills. Get the heck out of here. Patriots are blowing them away. All right, guys, let's go through this week's picks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, sort of thing. If you'd like to help support this channel, you can do so by becoming a member. You can do that. Thank you very much for doing so, or buying merchandise. Really, whatever you want to do, or subscribe. That's always on the table for you. We'll keep the light on for you. If you agree, disagree with any of my picks, want to talk shop, talk some sports, leave a comment down below. Other than that, until next time, that'll do for this one, guys. Thanks for watching.